input thought. So what I want you to start doing when you think of all these things or you say these things that are negative, you can think it. You don't have to say it out loud. Let's say if you just think it. What I want you to do is flick your wrist, and even if you don't feel it on your fingers, eventually you will, after you go to the chiropractor. So what I want you to do is start thinking about when you get stressed, just snap your wrist. It takes and stops the energy from stress. Because you have to make choices. Can I change what this stress comes from? Or is it something I have no control over? Right? Simple logic. I'm stressed because I have to pay taxes. That's no big surprise, right? You're gonna pay taxes anyway. I'm stressed because I have to go to a job I don't like and that doesn't pay me enough money to live in the lifestyle I believe I am should be afforded, right? That's something I can do something about, isn't it? I can start taking classes. I can start hanging out with people who make more money. I was in Los Angeles, must be about 10 years ago. T. Harv Eker. Any of you heard of T. Harv Eker? Do you know what the T stands for? The Harv Eker. He did it to be unique. T. Harv Eker. Anyway, he was from Canada. He was making $250, $500 when he was speaking. And this wonderful couple saw him and they said, we want to get you up on a platform. And 2 years later, he had 2,500 people in the audience selling $1 million a weekend. Just amazing man. And he said, which I thought was really cool, I'd never heard this before, but I know it's been said many times. If you look at your friends, you have two who make less than you, you have two who make more than you, and you stay in your comfort zone. Now think about that. Well, what would happen if you stopped hanging out with people who didn't have money, had less than you, and you just inch your way over till you start hanging out with people who only had money, and watch what they do behaviorally. Do they act the same way? Do they make the same decisions? All you need to do is observe what they do, how they speak. More chairs are right back there for you. So start thinking about that. So what I did is I went back and my friends that were always complaining, oh, I can't go out to dinner, I don't have any money. I would just say, oh, I'm so sorry. Well, let's go for a walk the next time. And then I'd go find somebody who had enough money to go out to dinner with. Right? I had friends and they couldn't go on a vacation. And so I would cultivate friendships with people who had more than enough money to go on vacations. Because it's the mindset. Because this is what's really important. In this room, in this one moment, what can you do about anything you're stressed about? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So if you spend your time in this moment, you cannot have stress in your life. It's that simple. So the first thing, because you know it's hard to make good decisions when you're stressed, isn't it? All right? So what I want you to start thinking about is bring yourself to present moment, flicking your wrist every time you get stressed, to the point where you spend more time here in this moment. Center point. Where you're not being distracted by all those things you cannot change. They're out of your control. It's going to be 100 degrees tomorrow. Sorry, there's nothing you can do about that, but you can go spend all day in an air conditioning movie theater and not feel the heat, can't you? So you can do some things about some things you get stressed about. But you need to start looking at what you have control over. Now, once you do that, what we're going to start looking at is how you take this concept of physiognomy